Introduction to PHP Database Connection. PHP is a server-side scripting language used for developing dynamic web pages. Databases are crucial components of web applications. PHP provides methods to connect to different types of databases. MySQL is a popular relational database used with PHP. To connect to MySQL using PHP, a connection string containing server name, database name, username, and password is needed. Understanding MySQL connection string. The MySQL connection string defines the connection to a MySQL database. The connection string includes parameters such as the server name, database name, username, and password. An example of a MySQL connection string is demonstrated using the MySQL connect function. The basics of PHP MySQL connection. PHP offers two extensions for connecting to MySQL, MongoDB and PDO. MySQL is a procedural interface for MySQL. PDO is a more flexible extension that supports multiple databases. Examples of connecting to MySQL using both MySQL and PDO are provided. MySQL connection using MySQL. MySQL offers several functions for connecting to MySQL, such as MySQL Connect, MySelectDB, MySQL Query, MySQL Fetch Array, and MyClose. An example of connecting to MySQL and executing a SQL query using MySQL is provided. PHP MySQL connection using PDO. PDO supports multiple databases and provides a consistent API. An example of connecting to MySQL using PDO is demonstrated. Writing the perfect MySQL connection string. Several factors such as security, performance, and scalability need to be considered. Tips for optimizing the connection string include using non-default port, SSL encryption, connection pooling, load balancing, and separate users for read and write operations. An example of a connection string using SSL encryption and connection pooling is demonstrated. Connection pooling and load balancing. Connection pooling reuses existing connections instead of creating new ones for each request, improving performance. Load balancing distributes workload across multiple servers, enhancing performance and scalability. Common errors and troubleshooting. Common errors include access denied for user, connection timed out, and too many connections. Troubleshooting tips include checking the connection string and server logs for errors, ensuring the MySQL port is open in firewall settings, verifying user permissions, and increasing the value of the max connections variable in MySQL. Best practices for PHP database connection. Use parameterized queries to prevent SQL injection attacks. Use prepared statements for better query performance. Ensure data consistency and integrity using transactions. Improve database performance using connection pooling. Distribute workload using load balancing. Secure the connection using SSL encryption. Use separate users for read and write operations. Conclusion and next steps. This guide covers the basics of PHP MySQL connection, different connection methods, writing the perfect connection string, and best practices. Following these tips can improve the security, performance, and scalability of PHP applications. For further learning, refer to the official PHP documentation and online tutorials.